For months, astronomers assured the public that 3I Atlas would be nothing more than a brilliant but harmless flyby. A frozen traveler from another star system that would swing past Mars and vanish into the dark. But the cosmos rarely does harmless without purpose. And now, new data from the James Webb Space Telescope has rewritten that prediction in chilling detail. The numbers have changed. The orbit has shifted. And for the first time, behind closed doors, scientists are whispering the one phrase no one wanted to hear. 3I Atlas might hit Mars. But this isn't just about a comet. It's about precision. Control. Behavior that defies nature itself. Because what Webb has seen isn't a chaotic body drifting through space, it's something that's steering. Adjusting. Reacting. When 3I Atlas was first discovered on July 1st, it looked ordinary enough, a bright smear of light tearing across the black. Moving at nearly 87 kilometers per second relative to the Sun, it was fast, but not impossible. What caught astronomers off guard wasn't its speed, but its persistence. Comets normally decelerate or fragment as they approach the inner solar system. This one didn't. Instead, it accelerated, smoothly, deliberately, almost rhythmically. Then came the tightening. Slight course corrections appeared in the data, too precise to be random gravitational nudges. And its coma, the glowing halo of gas and dust around it, began to brighten in timed intervals. Within weeks, spectral scans revealed spikes in ultraviolet energy and bursts of carbon dioxide unlike anything recorded before. It wasn't venting like a rock. It was firing like a machine. That's when Webb's deep field sensors captured something undeniable: pulses. Perfectly timed, every 17 minutes, coming from its tail. Not chaotic jets caused by sunlight melting ice, but synchronized thrusts. A pattern. A maneuver. As observatories around the world joined the watch, Gemini South, ALMA, and NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the numbers began to tell a new, unnerving story. The once safe pass had narrowed to a razor's edge. 3I Atlas was now projected to come within just 1.9 million kilometers of Mars, practically a cosmic handshake. And worse, the trajectory data showed that a single, small thrust, a change of less than 10 kilometers per second, could redirect it straight into the planet. That kind of control isn't natural. It's engineering. Radar pings from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter and NASA's Goldstone Array came back with metallic echoes, sharp, reflective, structured. Nothing like the soft signatures of ice and dust. Then came the amateur footage, high-exposure images showing thin, green, beam-like filaments emerging from its core, converging toward Mars. All pulsing in sync with those 17-minute bursts. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb broke silence with a paper proposing something extraordinary: that 3I Atlas might be an engineered probe. The data, he argued, suggested non-natural propulsion consistent with intentional navigation. NASA didn't comment. But leaks from JPL hinted that the internal tone had shifted. What was once a curiosity was now a potential incident. If it hits, the energy release would be incomprehensible. 10 billion tons moving at 57 kilometers per second would unleash 2 million megatons of energy, thousands of times the power of every nuclear device ever detonated. The impact would carve a 60-kilometer crater and vaporize everything nearby. But even that might not be the worst of it. Because Mars isn't just rock. It's a laboratory, filled with orbiters, rovers, decades of experiments and data. A collision wouldn't just destroy those, it could expose the subsurface layers of the planet, where frozen lakes and ancient microbial reservoirs might still exist. If 3I Atlas carries organics, or worse, synthetic biological material, it could fuse with Martian biochemistry in unpredictable ways. Scientists have begun to whisper a new phrase: directed panspermia. Not life spreading by chance, but by design. And then came the real shock. Webb's mid-infrared spectrometer detected traces of synthetic polymers and carbon nanotubes, materials that simply don't form in nature. Molecules structured like Earth-made composites, interlaced with anomalous isotopes of carbon and hydrogen. Whatever 3I Atlas is, it's built. Then, without explanation, NASA went silent. Press briefings stopped. Telemetry from the Perseverance rover glitched. Data gaps appeared in the public feed from Tianwen-1. And in a leaked internal transmission, one phrase surfaced again and again: impact protocol initiated. No one outside the agencies knows what that means. But several Mars orbiters suddenly began broadcasting in encrypted bursts toward the planet's surface. If we can't stop the object, then maybe, someone theorized, they're not trying to. Maybe they're preparing Mars for something. Meanwhile, cryptographers at SETI tried something radical. They converted the comet's orbital data into binary sequences, compressing its position, timing, and acceleration into code. What emerged wasn't random. It contained repeating intervals corresponding to the atomic numbers of carbon, oxygen, silicon, and iron, the fundamental elements of life and machines. Between them were prime number spacings, the hallmark of artificial structure. 3I Atlas, they concluded, might be communicating, not through radio but through motion itself. Its flight path could be a living signal, each maneuver a part of an unfolding sentence. And then, Mars responded. Seismic sensors aboard the ExoMars Trace gas orbiter detected pulses, not from above, but from below the Martian crust. Fissures near Cerberus fossae began to emit bursts of xenon isotopes and structured magnetic patterns every 17 minutes, perfectly mirroring the comet's emissions. It was as if Mars was answering. Not in light but in resonance. Olympus Mons, silent for millions of years, began emitting low-frequency vibrations, forming a harmonic identical to the waveform of 3I Atlas. The planet wasn't being threatened. It was sinking. And as that synchronization grew stronger, an old truth began to take shape: maybe this wasn't an impact at all. Maybe it was a connection. Then came the final Webb scans. Within the vapor trail of 3I Atlas, scientists detected organized, repeating molecular chains, nucleic acids unlike any known on Earth. Not random chemistry, but self-replicating informational structures. RNA-like sequences intertwined with encryption patterns and harmonic ratios. Life, written as a language. As the alignment tightened, Mars, Earth, and the Sun forming a perfect line, every ancient monument from Stonehenge to Teotihuacan seemed to point toward the same triad of angles. For centuries, humanity carved the sky into stone, perhaps not knowing why. Now, the pattern is repeating. 3I Atlas is not destruction. It's orchestration. A cosmic rehearsal returning on schedule. Mars, the red witness. Earth, the receiver. The Sun, the amplifier. The final message is not in data, it's in design. Because maybe 3I Atlas was never meant to collide. Maybe it was meant to connect, to complete a pattern written long before human civilization ever looked up and called it a comet. We thought we were tracking an object. But maybe we've been watched the entire time. And as 3I Atlas aligns for its final approach, one truth becomes unavoidable: the event is already happening. Not on Mars. Not in space. But here, inside us.